Perfect.
Hold on. 1, a 2, a 3. Oh my god, what the that part.
We are back and better than ever.
Back to the beginning.
More like back and hotter than ever.
No, it's been hot.
Because it's literally been like over 90 degrees. It's really hot.
But when it comes to running, girlies run in the morning, bright and early before that sun comes out, or late at night when the sun is setting.
Sunscreen.
Use sunscreen.
Did we film this episode before?
Yes.
Was it not in the car?
Yes.
Did it also not end up working out like last time?
Yes.
Yep. You know what? The car is our safe space.
Yes.
This is where we chat. This is where we yap. This is where...
It's Yappin' City. It says, location, Yap City.
Yes.
All the way.
All the way. All right.
All the way there.
Also, new hair.
New hair. Yeah, new hair. See, in the last episode of last season, I had it much shorter.
And it's
in
grown
this
out.
one, it's grown out. It's been what?
3 months?
4 months? 3-4 months? I have...
No, because that's when I started the job that now I'm... 5 months.
Leslie has, like, in a year, gone through, like, 3 jobs.
Yeah.
And I still am the same one. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so now I have bangs. The bangs are hidden because I did a slick back.
They're banging.
I did a slick black. I did a slick back.
But.
And right now I was like, this hairdo is not giving cottage core. So I was like, let me just put it down. So my hair's a little bit...
the episode, Natalie. They know.
They know by the title.
I know.
This is why they clicked on it. They said, I'm going to give it a listen. Very demure. Very mindful.
All right, before we start talking about our outfits, do you want to do the intro?
Yes. Are you
I would
ready
say
to
we
listen?
haven't done it in a while, but we literally did it 2 days ago when we were trying to record this.
That didn't work because there's static
Lighting?
coming somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but there's static. And right now I checked it. There's no static.
I think it's a sign. In the car is where it's
Which just work better.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's
chit chat.
Chit chat. Let's yap, guys.
Yap an hour, baby.
Now we have a term for our yapping. Let's yap. So I will start off.
Oh, okay. We love.
Hi, I'm Natalia.
And I'm Leslie Marie.
And this is the
We
Are Clearly. I had to jump in.
We are the champions.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Hi, I'm Natalia.
And I'm Leslie Marie.
And this is the
We Are Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear
and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear.
Ding, 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 ding. I have an intro like Pink Pony Club. Maybe that's not the intro. I'm so sorry. That is someone else's song.
All right. What is your fit like today?
I will tell you because from my
it's giving COVID.
It is because, I went on a run. So I have my workout leggings underneath.
Yep.
My shorts, my fighter shorts. But on top, and so, I had a slick bag for running. Got to take it out for Cottage Core, as we know. So I have this little headscarf that I got at the Rose Bowl Flea Market in Pasadena.
We love
Just wanna say it. This person, I love them. I always know where they're at because they sell their scarves, multiple scarves for $1, $2.
We love them.
They have lace, they have aprons, all this stuff, different price ranges, but I always go for the headscarves. So this is a little pink, greenish, it's giving your grandma's couch.
Yes, in the 90s.
In the 90s, with little florals going on.
But we like it.
I have this Brandy Melville.
Yep.
Minty green tee. What would you call it? A collar tee?
Yeah, collared button up.
It's just a quarter button up. Not a...
Wow.
Yeah,
She's getting technical.
I worked in retail for a year now. I know my terms.
We love it.
Zipped, quarter button up, whatever. What are you wearing?
I am wearing this Anthropologie Peter Pan collar, and it has embroidered flowers on it. It's like a little button up. I'm obsessed with her. underneath, I'm wearing... Yeah, it has puff sleeves, which I'm obsessed. Under it, I'm wearing the Dusk from Reformation, which I love that t-shirt so much.
What I want to know more is that hair. Who did that hair?
Natalie did my hair.
Oh,
we're going
Natalia,
for a pinky peach vibe. So it's still on theme with the, you know, the colors.
Colors of the podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how long we're gonna keep up because, you know, I feel like blonde is where it's at, but I'm liking it for now.
Some spring/summer this was your fun little color that you decided to venture out. She was like, go all blonde. She's like, before I do that, let me get a little pink, you know.
And I like, it's like a peachy pink. I wanted to do more peachy. I think on screen it's coming off a little bit more pink, which is fine.
Yeah, but in person it is peach.
Yeah. And then I'm wearing my baggy dad jeans that I'm obsessed with from Aritzia.
Aritzia.
Literally run to your nearest Aritzia and try these jeans on.
In every single color.
So comfortable. I have them in every single color so far. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. They're great. And then I have my little loafers. I thought it would go with Cottage Core.
Doc Martens.
They're the Doc Marten ones. But, guys, this is it. We went to the Roadrunner store. Natalie got her hookahs, so did I.
Hookahs?
Is that what they're called?
I thought they were called hookahs.
Whatever. Yeah, the running shoes.
Hookah, isn't that like a...
Yeah, but I think that's what the shoes are called. Hookahs.
Clifton 9.
Yeah. But the game changer are the insoles. The personalized insoles. I didn't understand it before. Tell me why I took out the insoles from my Docs and I put those in. I've been wearing them all day. No blisters, no pain. It's been amazing.
That's all to do with that, yeah.
It's amazing. And I was literally working for 8 hours straight.
Yeah. I need to test them
not straight.
I need to test them in my work shoes that I have.
Yeah.
But
amazing.
I mean, when it comes to running, guys, like my dad used to say, no soy yo, son los zapatos. It's not me, it's the shoes. Because I literally ran 5 miles.
She flew.
In 50 minutes and set a new mile PR of 8 minutes, bitches. Oh, sorry. 8 minutes.
So she's
my
a
newest
runner, she's a track star.
So, you know, if you see me, I'm zooming.
They probably won't see you. That's how fast you're going.
Yeah. They just feel a gush of air, like,
yeah.
You
Is
know?
that the Flash? No, it's Natalie.
I know,
with her new shoes.
It's Natalia. With the hookahs, hakas.
The hakas.
The
hakas.
The cock-a-doodle-doos. The yapping shoes.
Yeah.
Because I got to run to go yap to someone.
Look at her little yapper in itself.
Yapping.
All right. Has nothing to do with the episode.
Yes, it does. Because it is a total opposite of what the vibe of Cottage Core. Mm-hmm. Can you tell we ourselves are not Cottage Core?
I mean, we're trying to embody it today in the episode, but
just the episode.
I also have my little braids.
I feel like, if anyone, I feel like you lean towards it a little bit more than me. I'm just saying.
Right.
Gonna leave that out there. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right.
Do you remember the breakdown?
Cottage Core.
What is Cottage Core, guys?
Do you want to talk about Natalie? What is a Cottage Core?
Cottage Core in fashion.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
It's an aesthetic that romanticizes a simple, lean back with Nancy.
Lean back with
a simple, rural life.
Okay.
Inspired by cottage living. If you still are like, okay, what does that? What the f does that mean, Natalie? Mm-hmm. It basically means. Did y'all watch Little House on the Prairie? Did y'all watch Annie with an E?
That's what it's giving.
Are you guys all obsessed with Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice in the film 2005?
Yes. Yes, we are.
That is what Cottage Core is.
Yeah.
In a full circle moment, it embodies it.
Yeah. It's like a simple life.
Simple life.
You're in tune with
I'm 27.
nature.
I have no prospects. I have no.
Okay.
I am not 27. I am 24.
Okay.
So I don't deal with that.
All right. More about nostalgia, living close to nature, and
embracing nature. Becoming literally one with nature.
Yeah. I also feel like it's giving a little bit of fairy, you know? That's a whole other thing, but you know, like that kind of vibe.
Yes.
Let's see. So for some key elements within the Cottage Core fashion, right? We have a lot of natural fabrics, which would be your cotton, your linen, your wool. I
feel like a lot of lace trimmings.
Crocheting.
I feel
especially
like when it comes to like the dresses, and then like the
puffy
decor in the homes. Like you have like that one in the middle of like the table, and
then
you have
that
like
one's crocheted,
and then you have like a little like ceramic like pot or something like that. You know,
it's also giving a little bit
Curtains.
of like Animal Crossing. Remember, like when you would decorate.
2020, guys, when we were in that pandemic, we were all getting those Nintendo Switches and playing Animal Crossing.
That was wild.
And building these towns.
Yeah, I feel like okay. So another thing that it's really much like the vibe or the aesthetic. I feel like there's plaid, but the plaid I would say has like soft colors and prints.
Muted, yeah.
Yeah, almost like the headscarf that you're wearing, right? It's not intense.
Yes.
There's also floral, I would say.
I feel like, and the prints of the floral, which has a lot to do with, as a graphic designer, as a graphic designer, the florals are not like big prints of the florals.
Yeah.
I feel like they're more of like a medium to a smaller size. Because I feel like the big prints of florals are overwhelming and give off a little bit of a coquette vibe.
I feel like it's more dainty, right?
More dainty. Where the medium and the smaller sizes are very much of a cottage core. It's again a simple like lifestyle. So it's like a simple like dress, a simple floral print type of stuff.
I feel like it's also very popular during spring season, but also fall season.
Yeah, I feel like spring is like more of the clothing, where I feel like in fall it's more of the decor in the home.
Yeah,
because it's like the weather's cooling, you want to spend more time outside, enjoy the sunset, it's fresh. Like
I think also like the layering aspect of layering like maybe like a wool like sweater, but then you also have like a crocheted vest or something on top of it. I feel like all of those elements make it very like for the fall time. I would say I think that's also the vibe that it kind of gives for this.
Where I feel like for when it's like the spring-ish type, you have like the sun hats because the sun's out. You have like the what is it the baskets like the straw baskets. That I used to collect.
Natalie
I love those. I love those. I had so many of them because they were so cute. You have like handkerchiefs. You have like headscarves. I feel like you have a lot of like vintage pieces, and that's like pearls or like that simple like heart locket or even like a little like those just like pendant type of ones, like very simple. Like it's not anything like
overwhelming,
exaggerated.
It's almost giving like if they're little trinkets, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the vibe. I feel like
Aprons.
Also, and like how you said like crocheting, lace, like those elements are shown. Even like it'll be like ribbon for the necklace type of vibe,
which is very much again like Annie with an E. Like the girls when they go to the school, like the colors that they wear, the hats that they wear, like all that stuff. I feel like that is kind of what like the element of like cottage core is. But it's like embodying it and embracing it with the times now and everything like that.
I feel like even when you said that when they go to school, I feel like most of them were wearing like flats or loafers, which is very much like a Oxford type of shoe for school.
Ribbons,
but I feel like it works with that. So I feel like for footwear, it would be like vintage or even like vintagey boots, but they're like the short ones, right? Like I feel like those are really like the footwear that makes its way into the cottage core element.
It's like a very like, sorry to cut you off. It's like a very like Peter Pan type of loafer, like a what is it? The like ballerina flats, like where the front of it is like more of like a pointier type of shoe.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But it's still like a loafer.
It's a loafer, or it's like that. It's like either rounded or it's a little bit like
and it's
pointy.
like almost like it has like the shoelaces, but it'll only be like 3 little.
That's what I feel like
it gives.
It gives. Even now, like people wearing that, I feel like they wear more of like that, or like the Docs, or like Mary Janes, and like all this
Mary Janes. I feel like those are big ones. Even like I don't know if entirely ballerina flats, but there are like flats that almost look like loafers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like that's the vibe.
The motorcycle's saying hi.
The motorcycles are saying hi.
Said, special guest. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
But yeah, I feel like it's very whimsical, very like natural. Again, it has to do with like one with nature. So a lot of like natural fibers and like fabrics. A lot of handmade stuff like crocheting, even like the lace detailing. Yeah, I feel
like
like that
trimming.
that really emphasizes what it means to be cottage core.
Very like matte, like especially like the skirts, like
maxi skirts.
Like the layered. I think of it like as a cake. It's like the different layers.
I feel like it's like things you would wear to like a picnic.
Yeah,
that's the vibe. That's
like
in the forest.
Those ones that you sit on like in a garden. And it's like that wooden table. It's like close to the floor, and then people like decorate it with flowers and like all this stuff. I feel like that's kind of like
in the middle of the forest.
You guys know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
you guys know what I'm saying.
I feel like that's definitely what cottage core is about. Yeah. All right. Now for the history of cottage core, where does it come from, you know? Tumblr. As Cotton Eye Joe would say, where do you come from? Where do you go?
Where did you come from?
I just think of Nick Miller and his card.
He's going to be or I think he was or is going to be in an episode, Jake Johnson, with Cece and Winston in their podcast that they have.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come out. So
I'm excited.
Or he did come out, something like that. I might be behind on the news.
All right.
But anyway.
What is the history of cottage core, Natalia?
Well.
Natalia, sorry.
I want everyone to applaud to Tumblr.
Yay! Remember
Tumblr was something in the 2010s, early 2010s, guys.
That is wild.
This was our Pinterest before Pinterest.
Yep. This was our Instagram before Instagram.
Think about it. I feel like that's where a lot of lookbooks happen, a lot of this. And, like, from there, that's when you got, like, the OG YouTubers type of thing. Because it was, like, that was a little blog post that they do. They forgot about that. They said, bye-bye, we're on Instagram, whatever. Anyways, but do not confuse it with hipster.
Yes. I feel like that's another thing. I feel like you could go to the... like a little bit of hipster, but I feel like that's a whole entire different
genre. I feel like it's similar to when we were talking about punk. We were like punk and grunge and emo are three different, but yet we all kind of associate them as one another. But they're
the same
different.
Family.
So it's like the same thing. Like I feel like cottage core and hipster and possibly coquette.
Possibly.
Like that's like the big sister.
Even I feel like grandpa core.
Sorry,
like that kind of that kind of vibe. I feel like they're in the same wheelhouse.
Yes, but they're not the same thing. They are different. If you go to Pinterest and you go hipster aesthetic, and then you see cottage core aesthetic, different.
Like
different. And it gained its popularity over the years. Especially within, like, how we said, the fashion, the lifestyle, and then now the social media spheres, where by social media, we mean, like, the photos that you take, the filters that you choose, the layout that you do for your pictures. Like, it has become something that it's, like, if you even go on TikTok, it's, like, this thing where it's, like, oh, come with me to, like, the garden. Or even, like, just, like, a little, like, cinematic view. It's, like, each one is giving, like, it's, like...
Or even, like, I know there's that girl that, like, bakes.
The Ballerina Farm.
And she, like, that is giving cottage core. Yes. Her whole aesthetic, her whole vibe. Her kitchen. And it's, like, it's kind of nice because it's, like, you're escaping into that. Yeah. Like, as you're watching her type of vibe. Because
and
that's
like,
very much her lifestyle.
Yeah. Especially when she makes, like, the loaves. Like, she makes, like, a sourdough, and then sometimes she makes, like, grilled cheeses with it. And she makes the cheese, and then, like, the tomato soup, I think she made as well for the kids. It was so good. I was like, girl, invite me. Like, I will eat that.
Another one, too, that I keep thinking of right now that you said that's, like, really relaxing. There's this, I think they're on TikTok, too, but I saw the YouTube video. It's, like, a L'escargot or something like that is called, the page. And she does book bindings. So she'll take old books and basically use those as bindings to make new books. So it could be books, sketchbooks. That process is so therapeutic. And all of the books are, like, books that are giving cottage core. And she sells them. She makes them, she sells them, and it'll be, like, hour-long videos. Tell me why they're so relaxing to watch.
Those are things that...
With, like, her fountain pens, too, I think, or something.
Like, not in a bad way, but those are things that, like, soothe me and put me to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not saying in a bad way. It's boring. Like, in a thing, like, it's, like... It kind of, like, again, what cottage core is, it's, like, you, like, slow down. You, like, you know, it slowly goes, you know?
So I think it's so interesting that, like, social media has also, like, opened that kind of like
aesthetic. And like trend. Yeah. Another one, when you're talking about like book bindings, there's this person that does like scrapbooking, and it does every like video that they upload is like a different theme. And I love it because like the way that she has like all these scrapbookings and like everything like to do it, like it's giving very much like cottage core. Like for me in my head, I'm
even
thinking,
the filter that she uses for her video. Yeah.
Even in my head, I feel like I wonder if back in the Little House on the Prairie times, they were doing scrapbooks like that. Yeah. But instead of it being stickers and all that stuff, it was actually like plans. It was like sketches that they would do. Or like if they would get a postcard, they would cut like, you know?
I feel like that's also interesting because back then, obviously they didn't have social media. No. So it's not like they all knew that they were doing it. But yet now it's like it could be something that you like look up and you're like, oh, all of this is Cottage Core. I think that's so interesting that like I think that's why there's so many trends because you're more aware of the trends.
Which thanks to TikTok because it's like we had a phase where it was the coquette. We had a phase where it's like the 90s type of thing. Now we have this trend of right now like kind of the vibe of what Sabrina Carpenter is, like very like 50s inspired like outfits and like you know like type of thing. So it's like thanks to TikTok it's like we evolve. And it's also this thing where I understand that like fashion trends come and go, but I feel like for some reason I feel like this year there has been so many fashion trends, yet it doesn't seem like you're behind on a trend. No. Even if it's like this trend happened like the beginning of the year, but you're still dressing like it's not behind because it's you're taking your own spin of it. And, like, no one's judging you. They're just like, oh, my God, I love your outfit. Like, I love your style. Like, for us now, it's, like, more compliments on that.
The more unique, the better. Yeah. And there's elements from every single trend that you kind of, like, do. Like, because one day you could want to be cottage core, but one day you could want to be coquette, and it doesn't matter. It's like still fun,
but it's like your spin on.
But it's your spin on it. Niche. So I think like your niche on it. I feel like another thing that you had mentioned too was like the garden vibe. Yes. I feel like when it comes to the elements of like living a slow life with cottage core, obviously, like on social media, there's even like the pick like stuff from my garden type of vibes.
Oh yeah, that one that you would show me.
Yeah, like that they're like do their haul, which I feel like that not only emphasizes what cottage core is trying to like do, but it also shows you a bit more of like the sustainability side, because it's very much of like you DIY your garments, you make them, you crochet them, but also even with like what you eat and the way you preserve it, because like there's like videos of like how do you preserve this vegetable and this and that, and it's interesting that all of that has to falls under cottage core. Yes. In the sense that it has to do with all aspects of living, of what you wear, what you're eating, how you're living. I think it's just like deeper than a trend.
Yeah, like it's the whole term of cottage core. It's like yes, a slow life, but in its deeper definition, it's a lifestyle. You're escaping from the modern like world type of thing. You're slowing down, but it's like you're slowing down for yourself's sake. Exactly. To like enjoy every single moment type of thing. And I think that is something that like these are the influences that cottage core kind of gives, where it's like you don't have to go through this like high paced type of world. Like I feel like we're also know that like when you're in New York, it's fast, it's like this
in the city,
you know, in the city and all this stuff. So it's like if you embody the cottage core, it's like okay, you yourself inside, it's like you're slowing down, you're taking care of yourself, nature. Like you see now more people wanting to go out to like the mountains or hike and all this stuff, because it's like they're taking a little
also I think it's of it. Nice in the sense, sorry to cut you off, I think it's also nice in the sense that it shows the craftsmanship of things, because I feel like since you have time to craft, it's a thing where I don't know, like the hour-long video of bookbinding, the how you said scrapbooking. There's people who do crochet. There's people who sew. There's people, Paintings, and so it's like because you're living a slower life. You're also getting to enjoy these crafts in their entirety, and it's like you're doing it not for the sake of like making it, but like for I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not for the end goal, it's for the process. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which is so nice and refreshing, because I feel like when you're living this fast pace in the city, it's like I want to get to the end goal. But with this, it's like I can enjoy the process, and it can take however long it takes. It could be a week, it could be an hour, it could be a month. But it's like you're investing time in it daily, I think. Yeah. Which is so interesting.
Because, like, overall, Cottage Core, it's like, it's something that you get influenced in different parts of your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're in social media, your whole aesthetic of now, like, you know, like people like focus like on the pictures that they all look cohesive, or the colors and all this stuff. So it's like influences your fashion or your lifestyle. And even if you don't specifically feel like you are completely cottagecore, but a part of your life might, without you even realizing,
or on your days off.
So like, step back, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should let a little cottage core into our life.
Watch some Little House on the Prairie while we crochet.
Some Annie with an E.
Annie with an E while we scrapbook.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Remember,
some Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. If you want to cry. If you want to cry in love. Maybe that.
Yeah.
Anyways. Now, aside from social media, we will try to
TV shows.
Wrap this up a little bit quicker because the sun left us. So, aside from social media, what was the other word you said?
TV shows.
TV shows.
I feel like also music.
Another big thing is music. I think that's another form that we might be into the whole cottagecore living. And I feel like music, the big thing is like more of like folk and like indie music. I feel like, you know,
who's the queen?
I gotta talk about her.
Who's the queen?
Miss Taylor Swift has this thing of being able to jump from genre to genre and it being good.
Folklore.
We were talking about the sister albums, Folklore and Evermore.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They both give a mix about folk and indie type of music.
I feel like specifically the song 7.
Yes,
by her. Yeah.
7. You have 7. I feel like Willow. You have the Right Where You Left Me, you know, like
even the albums, the covers of it.
And like the whole aesthetic in the music videos too, and the ones that she did, I think those are like a great example of that. Of course, not excluding other artists. Like, for instance, I would have to say Gabrielle Aplin. For those who do know her, I feel like her
English
first
Rain,
English Rain was giving very much. Which, again, like, going back to the history that we didn't really talk too much about, but, like, just remembering that this was something that was, like, in the 19th century. Yeah. That was very much of, like, an English traditional type of lifestyle. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that album of hers kind of gave off that vibe without even us, like, knowing too much of it. Cause,
you know, you know who else, when you said that? I feel like Birdie.
Yes.
Specifically when it came to her, I think during COVID, she did songs that were grouped for the different zodiac signs. She nailed Gemini. They were top tier.
I'm pretty sure they're still there. So if you love Birdie, I would go ahead and search your zodiac sign.
Yeah.
Because that became a thing during COVID. And, you know, I have this playlist. It's called Shut Up, I'm Painting a Masterpiece.
Yeah.
And in that playlist, I have, like, Adele. I have, like, some of Billie Eilish's songs. I have Birdie. I have Gabrielle Aplin. And not just specifically from her first album, or I don't think it's her
from other albums.
From other albums, you know, like other albums that there is. I have, like, Rhodes. I have, like,
I feel like also the Sage Green playlist that you have.
Yes, Sage Green and Coffee.
Yeah, that one also gives very cottage core. I think those are the vibes. There is...
Sorry, yeah, no, the car's coming, but I'm like, where is he going?
Yeah, there is also, I feel like the Lumineers.
The Lumineers is another good one.
Yeah.
A little bit of, I want to say Cigarettes After Sex.
Okay. Some of the songs. Yeah.
Yeah. He's literally coming right here.
Oh, right next to us. All right. I think I'll wrap this up.
He's literally right here, guys.
Yeah, guys.
I'll wrap
this up really quickly.
I'm gonna just close my window.
Yeah. So you don't hear the car. Mine too, if you want. All right, and then So I feel like that's the music element. Sorry. I feel like that's the music element. I think when it comes to the fashion element of it, I feel like the aesthetic is very much emphasized by the vintage elements of it, the natural materials, like we said. And so when it comes to a brand, the first one I think of, or like a design house, is Rodarte.
Yes.
I feel like it's iconic because there's a lot of florals, the dresses, the gowns. In every collection, you will see a bit of that cottage core aesthetic shining through.
Which pictures will be shown.
Also, Brock collection. I feel like their florals and their silhouettes are also very much giving that cottage core vibe. And it's also in a way like elegant but whimsical.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's one of the top ones. Zimmerman also has a few items which like we'll show you guys that give off that. Even when it comes to like their knits or like their sweaters. We also have Doen, which Doen I feel like it embodies the essence of cottage core through their like nostalgic and through their prints. I feel like that's also like very well known. And then the last one would be Gucci, and the first one that comes to my mind is the Harry Styles one.
The one, remember, is your grandma's couch.
Yeah, that he's wearing the suit and it's the floral print.
That's how I pulled the thing. That's how I kind of feel with this scarf. Like that's what it's giving.
That's what it's giving.
You know?
Yeah. I also feel like even with their perfumes, the floral ones,
those are pretty.
They're pretty and they smell amazing. The pink one,
I smell expensive. That's what we're trying to reach, you know?
And I feel like Alessandro did an amazing job when it came to doing those elements, especially when he was like dressing celebrities, or like when he went to the Met Gala, type of stuff like that. Like you saw kind of a bit of cottage core, still in its own way, its own spin, a little bit edgier, but you see a little elements of that, and it goes beyond like the florals type of vibes. It's very much the silhouettes. But yeah, I feel like that embodies cottage core and how we see it in fashion.
Yeah, I think it's like a lot to do with like creativity, and that has a lot to do with like the fashion part. I feel like the music part, the lyrics, you know,
because it all inspires you.
Crafts, like all this stuff, you know, it all inspires you. And then without you thinking about it, you kind of have to take time to take in what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're seeing, you know, like, so it's like, it's there, guys. It's a big picture is right there.
So if cottage core brings you anything, I feel like it just to remind you, slow down, take it easy.
Slow down, you crazy child.
Isn't it slow down, you're doing fine? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. You gotta move up.
I'm gonna check it, but you can go.
No, I feel like that would like my take on this.
No. It starts with, slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But if you're so smart, tell me why you are still so afraid.
Billy Joel, I'm so sorry that we butchered your song.
Down,
but we love you.
Crazy child. Crazy child.
Yeah, so
I felt something watching it during 13 going on 30.
Oh, tears.
You can barely see half.
Oh my gosh, I'm close to that age, Natalie. And now I understand that movie in a deeper level. Anyways,
that is it for our episode.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We're so excited about season 2.
We have so many things coming, guys.
Surprises.
Follow us on our social medias, on Instagram at We Are Fashionaly Late with 2 E's.
Yes, please show a lot of love on socials. I feel like we see you guys here with the audience, like when you listen. But I feel like also, jump over to our social media.
We got some cool things going. I work a lot on the graphics. Please,
on the videos, please.
I guess, so without further ado,
we love you guys.
We are Taylor Swift of that double release.
See you
next week. Which will be... I won't say what
we won't say the topic because you have to go watch it. You have to follow it. So that way you can listen to it. Also, we did miss you guys so much.
Can you tell?
And we love you.
The world clearly did not miss us because everyone decided to show up, so whatever.
I know. But they want to hear the podcast now. Like, that's why they're parked right next to us.
Secret.
All right. See you guys next episode. Bye.